My name is Krystyna Keena. I full-time am a creative director in the marketing and design space, and then I'm also bivocational. I'm a preacher and teacher for the local church and parachurch college ministries, and I live in Chicago. My favorite part of being a Northern student was the way that Northern broke down the myth of seminarians that I came in thinking would be true. I remember starting my seminary journey and hearing from people that seminary was this academic theological ivory tower where you came out with all of these big words and speaking Greek and Hebrew, and it didn't have any impact on the way that we do church, the way that we do ministry, the way that we see the kingdom come to pass in the world. And I was so pleased to walk away from Northern knowing that that wasn't the case. Having been to an institution and an academic experience where every professor, every student, every member of the Northern staff was so abundantly committed to the belief that our theology matters, that it has real lived consequences, that the reason we do this work is not just for the sake of the work, but so that we go back into the world better informed, better equipped, better empowered to do ministry, to see the kingdom come, to see Jesus come to the people who desperately need him. My biggest takeaway from my time at Northern is a posture of such hope for the future of the church. I entered my journey with Northern coming off the heels of the global pandemic and all of its consequences, all of the hurt, all of the upheaval that we saw in the church and in our world and in our country and our context. And I remember entering with just this question of, what hope is there? What is the way forward for the church and people who still need Jesus and are maybe disillusioned or confused or have hard questions about where they find Jesus and what is still relevant about God in our world today? And I have such hope because this is the next generation of ministers. This is the next generation of pastors and leaders, these people and these classmates and these now friends who are genuinely seeking to bring about King Jesus and his kingdom. To anyone considering attending seminary, and if I may, especially to women considering attending seminary, I have come to believe going to seminary is one of the most hopeful gifts you can have for the sake of our world and for the sake of the church today. That if you in any way feel any calling into ministry, seminary is a gift to you and your calling, because you will get the equipping you need to be a better minister to the people that you will lead in ministry, because you will be empowered to lead them well, to lead them toward Jesus, and to the wider world, because the world is so desperately in need of prophetic witnesses to the kingdom imagination that Jesus has.